This is a tarot reading for dudes. You can either be cross-watching for a dude or you can be a dude. I mean, I consider myself a dude, but I have more dudes following me lately, and I want to see what is up with the dudes. So the issue that I see coming out right now is wedding rings, and it's transverse. When a card is transverse for me, that means it's transitioning, right? It's not completely in reverse. It's not completely upright. So this could suggest a couple things. You could be in a position where you are leaving a marriage. You could be in a position where you want to enter a marriage. You could be in a position where you are facing fears about commitment, but you haven't quite figured it out yet. But that's what we're starting with. So wedding rings, transverse is your issue. Let's take a look with my Housewives Tarot. What's going on? All right, with the Tower energy here, this could definitely suggest that for whoever's watching this, you may have gone through a relationship that has ended, and that person might still be holding on to you. Or you yourself may be holding on to someone still. Or getting married or being in a commitment would be a major upheaval to you, and you're still holding on to your freedom. You haven't quite opened up to the emotional stability that commitment actually provides. Definitely a lot of you here have gone through some kind of an ending of a long-term connection, and you're seeing that person as having maybe taken everything from you, or, you know, she maybe is still holding on to, could be she or he actually, this person is still holding on to your connection, and it seems like they might have also received a lot of material prosperity from that connection, and you do not want to talk to this person directly. There is something about this that you are really having resistance to communicating directly with this person. This can also be that you have been having trouble detaching yourself or disconnecting yourself from this past connection, this long-term connection. You haven't been able to control your emotions around it, or you're controlling your emotions way too hard. I do see some inner child stuff coming up for you. There is a certain amount of innocence that I think you initially brought to connections. Like, you know, the same kind of, we're all watching Disney together when we're young, right? So the idea that there are these ideal relationships and there's a certain trajectory for how those things unfold. And what you didn't learn along the way is that you have to be able to fill your own cup. You can't rely on feminine energy to fill your cup. It's up to you to basically pour love into yourself. And loving yourself isn't just being like narcissistic and selfish. Loving yourself means that you do loving things for yourself, right? You do self-care, you do self-acceptance, you do the inner work that you need to find those childhood wounds that kind of have left you empty in terms of how to fill up your cup emotionally without relying on someone else. We're seeing this Five of Swords come out in reverse. Someone, I think, really tried to cut you down to size, or that's how you've always felt. Like you either meet people who like have this, oh, I'm seeing Mary Shelley Frankenstein in my mind right now. So who either want to like Frankenstein you together, like all the idealized parts of a dude and how they should act, or you want to do that towards feminine energy. You've had issues with that in the past where you've like, you know, maybe you've also been really picky, or someone else has been really picky about like every single aspect. I'm just seeing this like pattern here that's being cut, like to try to create something that's within your control, or someone else trying to control you. There's been issues with that in the past. I definitely think that someone is having a very hard time letting go of you right now. And I do feel like there's insecurity coming up around that. My hair is also being really annoying. I need to wash it. There's insecurities maybe coming up around your emotions right now. All right, this is a little vague. Let's get a little bit more specific, because I know you dudes. I know you need it specific. So what exactly is going on with these wedding rings? All right, definitely you had a negative experience with a person in the past. This is the girl with the snake energy. So there was either temptation, so you were with somebody that cheated, or you were tempted to cheat. Oh, there's a card. Oh no, I thought there was a card under that, but there's not. It's just a shadow. Or this person, it says empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and then it says boundaries. So somebody that wasn't great with boundaries here in your past. Wow, the Tower card again. Okay, so your experiences with feminine energy have really shaped your ability to be able to bring commitment now, because you had very negative experiences. Either watching your parents, parental units. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Either watching your parents or your guardians go through terrible relationships or connections, or actually having experienced that yourself. This has really made it very difficult for you to be excited about commitment with somebody, but you do still long for it. I see the clock here. It says need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. Okay. So for some of you, you either have taken a long time to work on these issues, or you still need more time because what you experienced before was just really traumatic. All right. So let me give you last piece of advice. What should you do? What should you do about these commitment issues? What should you do? Break the silence. This is the Four of Swords. This is somebody who hasn't been communicating, but they need to communicate. So I think that you kind of have to just maybe accept that enough time has gone by, because I really feel like that's true. Enough time has gone by from wherever this wound stems from. And it's time now to just have some faith in yourself, in your ability to attract the right energy, and just speak up and say what it is that you desire. Just speak directly to your desires. We're getting the Six of Swords in reverse, and it's coming out with the Strength card. So don't be afraid that you are going to attract the energy of a person like the one who initiated this wounding that you've experienced. Don't be afraid that you haven't learned anything and that you're going to continue to stay in this uncomfortable place. As long as you're cleaning up your thinking about yourself and about relationships and all of that, you're going to move to a more peaceful time. You are actually going to have better opportunities, better connections, and better relationships. You really, I think, maybe need to embrace that you have had a lot of time to heal. Maybe this person that you want to talk to has had enough time to heal from their wounds, because alternatively, maybe their marriage ended and they've been really unwilling to commit to you or something like that. But I think that you just have to communicate directly. You have to let go of this fear that this person is going to abandon you or leave you behind. And you have to just be brave and be courageous here with the Strength card, and just scour your mind for any of those limiting thoughts that have kept you stuck. So what's one thing you don't see coming? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Six of Pentacles. So I actually think that you suspect that if you try to put yourself out there, if you try to communicate, if you try to have the relationship that it is that you desire to have with somebody, that you're just going to get tricks instead of treats. But the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocal energy. So if you're putting time and energy in and getting to know the person and really wanting to be around them and just loving to be with them, that's what's going to come back. That's what's going to be reflected back to you. If you need help with any of this, book a personal session or go check out my 2-day Passion Path class. It's for dudes too.